Alright, welcome back to another video. It is July 18 today. We're gonna keep cutting hay for second cutting. Been at a standstill for a little while because of how much rain we've gotten. Gotten over 5 inches of rain in July. So it's very wet. But yeah, we finally found a window that should have more than 1 day break without rain. We got 3 days. So I'm gonna start cutting hay. So we're gonna start out here in this 20-acre field. You can see it blew down. You can also see the leaves are starting to turn yellow. The weevil is running through this field. Yeah, it's getting late. The second cut's getting mature. You can see the heads going out to seed there, just starting. So just gotta get it done. Might be a tad wet in some spots in this field, but it's the only nice 3-day window in the long-term forecast, so we're just gonna knock it out. But yeah, here's one of our soybean fields. It's looking pretty good. The pods are just starting to develop. You can see in there. Some of them are a little further along than others. See, yeah. Anyway, we'll get some soybeans later, but they've been getting fed well with all the rain we've had. So they're growing really well. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna cut this 20-acre field. Probably take 2 or 3 hours. That's why I picked 6430 for the disc spine. Then we can cut hay pretty quick. Made the first round now, working on the second. You can see, I don't like that, there's a little bit of mud there. You can see in there, look at all the water. There's a little bit of a creek, kind of runs in there. Yeah, just look at all the standing water in there. Yeah, I don't know how much water's in there, but a lot. You can see it through the hay crop. You can see it kind of just run through there. But yeah, there's a little creek, kind of stops over there and it runs out through there. And it's just full of water. So we're not gonna cut this piece here. It's probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 acres. It does wrap around up in there. But yeah, we're not gonna cut it. We might come back and try and cut it later. And if not, we're just gonna leave it. Yeah, there really isn't much in there anyway because it has drowned out, so yeah. That just shows how much rain we've gotten, but we got to get second cut done. Yeah, it's getting mature, but we're just gonna leave this. Figured I'd show you how deep the water is without soaking myself. You can just see enough in there to splash around, and that's over here where you can't really see it. I'd imagine it'd get pretty deep over there, but yeah, I'm not wearing rubber boots. I'm not gonna walk in there to show you. So best I'll do is probably get the drone over there while I'm cutting. Anyway, keep going.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Just climb this 18 by 75 Haylage silo that we're gonna fill. Check, there's 9 empty doors. We can fill 8 of them. Yeah, it's unfortunate we don't have enough feed storage for everything to go in silos, and some of it needs to go in bales. So we have another 10-ish acres we could cut tonight. It's actually on the other side of the silo here, but we can't get a baler secured. The guys we usually use to bale are big into cash crop, and they have a lot of straw to bale. The weather's gonna get nice, so yeah, we're just gonna stick with that 20 acres, which is probably 17 now, and we're gonna fill the silo with that. So yeah, figuring only 17 acres of that field was able to be cut. Anyway, I'm gonna climb down now. Alright, it's July 20 now. Dad is working on filling the first wagon up with feed. I'm gonna go ahead and grab him the other wagon, and then we'll get blowing feed and filling silo for the day. So, figure the silo will hold 18 loads. So if there's a loading acre here, we'll be fine. There might be a little more than that. We might run into a couple problems with some extra feed, but we'll see what we can do. Anyway. Alright, we're back in the field now. See the other wagons in New Holland. This one's our Forage King. This is a really nice wagon for what it is. So, yeah. You can see Dad has made his way a little further around the field. That corner of the field there is that wet corner, if you recall. So yeah. But gotta try and get some first cut done, so anyway. We'll be alright. At least once the hay's cut, the ground will dry out a little faster, so in this case it's had 2 days to dry. But yeah, still surprised with how wet the feed is, but it'll get drier as we go today. It's supposed to be a nice sunny day out, so yeah. Got load number 3 behind me now. We're gonna go back to the farm. This is pretty well as for this field from home. One more 5-acre piece that's a little further, but everything's nice and close by. bit of this wagon. Back in the field again. That'll be load number 6 right there. Feet's getting very dry. You look closely, you can kind of see it. Back when we're at the blower, you'll see it again. But, yeah. So the feed blows really easy when it gets this dry. Yeah, we did have issues that one day when the feed got really dry that we had a hard time blowing it. So hopefully we can get done before that happens, but yeah. Alright, I just put in load number 7 and I climbed the silo. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors left. So we're getting there. It's gonna be a tight fit. Yeah, if we leveled it, there'd probably be 5 left. So what I'm gonna do now is start blowing all the feed to the far side of the silo. This distributor hood. Yeah. So naturally when you blow the feed that way, it kind of settles more this way. So yeah, I'm gonna blow most of the loads that way, and then I'll climb up again and I don't know, 4 more loads maybe, and take a look. And yeah, but hopefully the whole field fits in here. I think it's gonna be close, but there you go. The field we're chopping in, it's just over there past those trees and that field of soybeans. So I don't see Dad waiting yet, but I'm gonna climb down and make my way over there. Just made it back in time that the chopper didn't have to stop for me when I had to climb silo. We've kept that chopper rolling for pretty well just over 3 hours straight now. 8 loads in 3 hours. Another load done. Just put load number 13 in the silo. I'm gonna climb again to see how it's going with blowing it to the far side. That'll be 6 more loads, so we should have filled 2 more doors, which means there should be about 4 doors left. But I just want to see how it's blowing in there and see if I'm right with my math, because it's really dry and fluffy, so it's not going to be packing well. There you go. Still room for more. You can see how it's all blowing on the far side. I'll probably blow another 4 loads in here and look again, or maybe 5 or 6. But I'd imagine Dad generally used to fill these. He's chopping today. Imagine once the feed comes up, it's gonna start sliding down. You can already kind of see where it did that. But there's still 6 doors you can see, but if you level it off, I'm betting there's only about 3 left after it's level. Maybe 3.5 or 4. But yeah. Not the biggest load right there, but I'm gonna get it emptied out. A 16-foot wagon in about 5 minutes. Running the wagon out as fast as it'll go. And got tractor set at about 1600 RPM. So yeah, now we're just gonna let the last little bit clean out, but none of this is too heavy. 2.5 minutes, and we're done. Gotta climb the silo again just to check how it's going up there and make sure we don't plug the pipes. There you go, there's the mound. So, yeah, kind of standing here. I didn't want to climb up and set the platform because it's hard to get. It flipped back up. Haven't came up with a good technique for that yet. But yeah. Sure gonna put one more load in here, and after that I might have to get second person to run the blower in the wagon while I go ahead and stay up here. Well, we're looking pretty full. Dad's chopping another load for the silo, and we're gonna try and put it in, but I'm gonna stay up here, or actually I gotta climb down, bring the wagon back to the field, stay here, and we're gonna try and fit it in. Should fit, but it's just gonna be really tight. So that's why I want to stay up here so I don't plug the silo pipes. But yeah, it's looking good. Obviously if we did want to fit it all, or what is an option if we wanted to fit the whole field, so we could go ahead and level the silo and blow another load in. We'll see how much is left and decide if we do that or not. There's a 37% chance of rain for Sunday. So we could take a risk on that with probably the 2 or 3 acres that's left in that field and make it into dry hay. But we'll see what we do. Yeah, got a couple decisions, but first we're gonna get one more load in here and then we'll see what we do from there. But yeah, Dad's filling up that one wagon nice and full. So anyway, all right, we blew about 2/3 of that load in, and we couldn't fit anymore, so now I've climbed up the silo the other way. We're gonna level it off. But yeah, you can see out there, it's the platform we're standing on. So yeah, we're gonna level it off, and then we'll be able to fit that last load and a third in here. So yeah, silos, barns, manure pits, dry sheds, they're always only big enough the day you pay for them, not the day you use them. Oh well. This one was built in 2006, so back then we did milk less cows than we do now. But yeah, we're gonna level it and try and get that last little bit in here. There you go. Pretty good. It's level now, or level enough. So see, there's 3 empty doors. We can fill 2 of them, but that one has to stay empty for the unloader. Yeah, to get to that point, we'd have to level a couple of times. What I am going to do, I'm going to leave the silage fork here. As you can see, it's probably, I don't know, 6.5 feet up here, maybe even 7. Well, what each door is 2.5, so you can do some math and see. Yeah, so can't really get out that way right now. So I'm going to climb back down the chute. We're going to fill it some more. And if the feed got up to here, or even somewhere over there, then I could climb out that way. So yeah, got a load and a third to put in here. Really just if we can get that last wagon half empty, we'll call that good enough. So this haylage is very dry, so it's going to settle a little bit. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna climb down now. Once I get up the other side of the silo and everyone's ready again, we're gonna blow more feed in here. So yeah. There you go, there's the first good mound in there with a third of a wagon. Dad's down there. Dad's gonna bring the other wagon here. We're gonna start putting that in. So yeah. There he goes. Yeah, hopefully it fits. There's another half load in the field, he said when he got back. But what we can always do is we can always blow the full load in and feed out the half a load, or we can try cramming it all in. If I have to level it again, I have to level it again, but yeah. I think we just end up feeding it out. Just because we're gonna fill this silo again this year. So there isn't really a point in trying to really cram it full. But yeah, anyway. Alright, so the silo's full. There's half a load left in this field. Dad's gonna pick up that half a load and we're just gonna feed off the wagon into the heifer barn. So that'll be load number 18 right there. So I did pretty good with my math. We got 17 loads in the silo. Some of them were a little fuller than others. But yeah, if the feed stayed a little wetter, we would have been alright. But it is what it is. We made it work. The New Holland wagon, I ended up finding it. A piece of metal from inside the floor broke off and went through the blower and in the silo. I found it inside the silo, so the New Holland wagon needs some work again. But yeah. You can see Dad's over there in the heifer barn with the Forage King wagon. No, we're just gonna feed the heifer barn that way. We weren't sure initially if that wagon was gonna fit in the heifer barn or not, but it does. So yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, we would have used the New Holland. The New Holland's a little shorter, but the New Holland wagon broke. So yeah, this piece of metal here, what came out, pretty good hunk of metal. Came out of the wagon, went through the blower. I found it in the silo. But yeah, so we did that. But we're all done. Haylage for second cut, which is really good. So yeah, we're on to baleage now, which isn't as fun, but need heifer feed for the winter because we don't have enough silo storage to feed them TMR all year round, unfortunately.